Good morning, evening, and afternoon, and welcome to part 73 of Aokana, Ao no Kanata no fō rizumu. Last time, we didn't actually get that far. I was actually quite surprised. Two reasonings behind it though was I had a bit of a hiccup or mistake in the beginning, which kind of delayed me and kind of made it a bit slower. But then there was also, I had a bit of a issue in terms of the way the writing or the translation was going in last time. I wasn't too sure, but yeah, it was kind of getting to me last time. But what we did cover was just basic everyday life so far. It was kind of a party-ish, I guess you could say, where there were celebrate. It's kind of like a after party of the tournament that just participated in. I think it was the summer tournament, and afterwards, Asuka, Misaki, and Mashiro were thanking the members. Shindo and just hold on 1 second, just had something in the background there. I had Shindo. No, sorry, they were thanking Shindo. Was it Shion? Sorry, something just distracted me there for a second. It was Shion. Sorry, Shion. They were thanking Shion, Aoi, Madoka, and lastly, thanking Masaya. But Masaya then also wanted to thank the three that were left, and that was that. It was an interesting little episode. Not much to it, but it was quite nice to see them all thanking each other in a sense for all that has happened. And yeah, I saw there was a bit of a connection still. There's slight, not really a connection, but the area between Masaya and Mashiro has softened. Well, not too much just yet. There is no connection. There's no solid. Yeah, it's no solid connection to them just yet. So there's still some time before that happens. I'm just hoping it's a little bit better than Lika's, but we'll see how that goes. As for what we can expect next, I have no idea. Obviously it's focused on Mashiro, so we'll hopefully see something related to her. But yeah, let's see. Asuka's standing there with a big smile. Misaki looks bored as usual, and Mashiro's adjusting her hair embarrassedly. Asuka?
Hi.
Even though I owe Prez a lot of thanks for starting the club, I still have to say I wouldn't be staying here today if not for you. Thanks for always putting in 110%. I appreciate your enthusiasm and effort.
Masaya-san.
I put the layer on Asuka, then move over to Misaki. Misaki?
Masaya.
Oh, this is her, obviously. We know she's joking about this. Why are you closing your eyes? I give her a light flick on the forehead.
いや、ほら、ちょっとこういう雰囲気が苦手でね。
I can relate, but that's no excuse. Well, I guess I don't necessarily need to maintain the same levels of seriousness for everyone. I'll let you have the best part of this lay.
そんな魚の一番美味しいとこみたいに言われてもね。
This part here with the gold and silver paper, want it?
あたし、そういうの好きなキャラだって思われてた？
Well, yeah, I kind of thought she'd enjoy glittery, shiny stuff. It was just the basis assumption on my part though. Thanks a lot, Misaki. You were the only member with any experience, so you really helped the rest of the team improve.
マサヤが好き勝手やらせてくれただけだよ。
Doesn't he yell again?
マサヤが好き勝手やらせてくれただけだよ。
there was something that was interesting to me there. It's hard for me to translate. Maybe I'm just not hearing it right, but it doesn't sound like it was as she was saying here. It was something about ski, which is like. So it was something about like having to letting her do what she likes. I think is what's trying to be said here, but it's hard for me to hear it. I hold the layout and she takes it. And now for the last one. Okay, so what should I say? Something that won't tick her off. That might be a little hard though, considering she's already glaring at me for some reason. I wouldn't say glare, but more anxious? Not sure.
早く何か言ってくださらないと間が持たないんですけど。
Sorry.
早く何か言ってくださらないと間が持たないんですけど。
Motenai is more like cannot hold on to, or if I recall correctly. Anyway. Wow, color me surprised. Sorry, I just had to do this. Soria Soda is more like, well, that's certainly that's certainly the case, or well, that's accurate, or yeah, well, that's true. It's like, well, you have a point. So, wow, claim surprise is really not the way I would have said that. So the previous line does have me confused now. This is what, can you please say, hurry and please say something. Maybe I misheard it, maybe it's not Mota but Mata.
早く何か言ってくださらないと間が持たないんですけど。
I recognize the kanjis, but for some reason it's escaping me as the sentence here. But yeah, I don't think it's correct in English.
ま、どうせ私は先輩にとって美咲先輩のおまけみたいなものでしょうけど。
That's not true.
こう言えばそうフォローするしかありませんよね。
Look, don't put yourself down like that. I wasn't sure whether to say this at first, but I think I'll tell her my honest feelings now. I'll admit we weren't the best of friends in the early days. You were always cheeky with me, sassy, and seemingly hated me just because I was friends with Misaki. Honestly, I didn't really know what to make of you. You were also kind of scary too. Plus, it got annoying how clingy and obsessive you were with Misaki. And honestly, a lot of stuff is still the same now.
マサヤ。
Yeah, Misaki?
あんたは何を考えとるんだ。
What are you thinking is more like what she's saying. Huh? I look back and notice Mashiro quivering, probably with rage. Shit, I screwed up. Once I got started, it just kinda all came out like that.
今までお世話になりました。
Wait, just let me finish. I blocked the way to prevent her from leaving.
何が違うっておっしゃるんですか？どうせ私は先輩を嫌ってて目の敵にして。
I like the part here, and I supposedly hate your guts. Oh, there's accurate in Japanese, but anyway. To me, because this tells me that it's saying I supposedly hate your guts, but I don't actually, in a sense. She memorized all of that?
生意気で二面性がひどくて腹黒くて怖くて面倒で。
Look, I was just trying to build some, provide some build up, okay? Like, how we got over all of that and became friends. I mean it.
なんだか取ってつけた感がものすごいですけど。
Just think about it. Why would I wait until a moment like this to start trashing you? You know me, Mashiro. I'm not some scumbag.
信じてなかったらまだ続けようとは思いません。
Phew. I did upset her by saying all of that, but it doesn't seem to have made her lose trust in me. That's good.
先輩はどうもつかみどころがなくて、ふわふわ何を考えているのかわからなくて、美咲先輩と不条理に仲が良くて。
Those first two sound more like Misaki than me, but that's just my opinion.
だけど FC をやってる時の先輩は先輩って感じでした。
Sorry, I'm gonna hear that again.
だけど FC をやってる時の先輩は先輩って感じでした。
So rather than coach, it's more like what she's using is senpai, which is upperclassman. But I think in this context, rather than upperclassman, it's more like not really superior, but someone who's knowledgeable, someone who knows flying circus. So here she's saying, in regards to flying circus, senpai really does feel like a senpai, is what she's saying. He really does feel like he knows what he's doing and what he's talking about. That's what I'm gathering from that. So I don't really agree with the coach part here. I suddenly remembered the delay. Thanks for playing with us, Mashiro. I hope you'll keep up the good work.
それは美咲先輩次第ですけどね。
Jane's was one of those cheeky responses I've come to know her for.
なんかいいな、こういうの。
Sorry, I don't know why this route has really been hitting me pretty hard in terms of the translations. I'm not too sure why that is. Maybe I'm just focusing more on it this time around than I was in Rika's route. So yeah, this line here as well.
なんかいいな、こういうの。
Yeah, he's saying, okay, I think it'll be better to turn it over. Nanka ina, like these types of things, like in nanka. How can I translate nanka? That's actually pretty difficult. Like you know, that type of like. Like, okay, think if I were to translate literally, it'd be like nice, these types of things. So I think what he's trying to say is these types of moments are really nice, or feel nice, these types of moments. He's relishing in this type of atmosphere. He's really enjoying it. So these things really hit you where it hurts. The only thing I can gather from that is the feel, like the feeling, the feels, I guess you could call it. It's hitting him in the feels, I guess you were to word it that way. But that's the only thing I gather from this, but it's not really the same thing to me.
ジーンとか感動するのはいいけど、それを言葉にしたら台無しだよ、兄ちゃん。
よし、締めに挨拶や言葉なんて無粋だ。最後は秋の大会に向けてエンジンを組もうじゃないか。
この人何言い出してんの？
What are you saying all of a sudden?
いいですね、それ。肯定しちゃうんですか、アスカ先輩。
Look, let's be nice and precious this once.
いいけど、
部長の両隣はマサヤとマドカでね。
She doesn't want to be next to him.
兄ちゃん汗っぽ。タオル。
よーし、肩を組むぞマドカ。
だからちょっと
There goes the manager. Manager nga Shinda. So, like, the manager has died or passed away. So, sure, the first part I really didn't have to add the extra parts, but yeah.
2代目は私がやるよ。
死んでないし。先生はどうされます？
いや、私はいいよ。あと、部室の中だとさすがに無理があるんじゃないか？
Good point. We immediately head outside. Been a while since we've actually seen the CG. Or background art, I should say, rather. The cicadas, I'm never really good at pronouncing those. So they call them semis in... cicada, I'm pretty sure is how you pronounce it, cicada. The cicadas are loud as ever, and the sun is still out in full force. We're all beginning to sweat a bit. All six of us huddle up, putting our arms around each other and face inward. I think this is just for Prez to get them started. So wow us, Prez. Sounds a bit weird to me.
おう、夏の大会が終わって今日から再出発だ。そしてこの区切りの日に我が FC 部は新部長を日向に任せようと思う。
He's just dropping this on them all of a sudden on this route. Oh wait, what? My head shots up after hearing his sudden announcement. I actually can see him doing that. It's funny.
マサヤさん大出世ですね。おめでとうございます。そうですね。妥当な線だと思います。
Okay, I was actually quite surprised. I didn't expect Madoka to click her tongue. Did Madoka want that position or what? It still seems a bit early for you to retire, Prez. And besides, you should give us a fair warning before you do something like that.
俺も今がいいと思ったばかりだからな。そのあたりはどうでもいい。やってくれるだろう。
If nobody has any objections, sure.
大賛成です。
異議なし。
美咲先輩と同じくです。
へてして組織っていうのはナンバー2の方が美味しいもんだよね。
Thank you guys. Well, with the exception of Madoka.
おい、口に出てる言葉で表してる。
I'll do everything I can to be a capable president, so I'd appreciate all of your support. They will lower their arms and clap for me.
エンジンを組む前に言えよって話だよね。
さて新部長、最初の仕事だ。号令を頼む。
It's almost like he didn't want to do it, so he just quickly shifted the position so that Masai could do it.
やっぱりまた組むんですね。
Well, if you have any complaints, direct them toward our former president.
まあ、そう言うな。
We gather around again, all smiles. Alright, everyone. I'll say Kunohama, then you repeat after me.
わかりました。
But before we can put our arms around each other,
と、その前に新部長。
all she's saying is quickly before you begin, one lone member of the group steps outside the circle. What's up?
私も今日で引退するから。
Huh. I didn't expect that. Like we noticed in the Rika's roots that, well, the common root I guess you could say, that she was struggling mentally in regards to Flying Circus, and to me that was quite identical to what had happened to Masaya in his past. I'm obviously pretty sure she didn't retire in Rika's route, so I wonder what the change is here. What's caused the difference in mentality? Huh. I wonder if this is going to tie into Mashiro's route. And what I mean is the main story element of Mashiro's route.
Misaki senpai?
But obviously because now Mashiro doesn't have a reason to be here, because Misaki was the reason for her to be here.
Misaki-chan? Misaki!
I'm pretty sure I realizes the reasoning, or not the reasoning, but possible reasons for it. That's fine.
Masaya senpai?
Okay, so she just shut up going already. Misaki casually walks off, waving her hand. Just stand and watch her leave. And after she's gone, we all look at each other in confusion. Let's do this. I don't think it's the mood right now for doing it now. I break the silence and get back to our chant. Let's go, Konohama. Next stop, the fall tournament. Yeah. And that was it. The first day's presidents ended on a rather melancholic note. I'm pretty sure I'm not pronouncing that right, but anyway. Huh. Interesting.
どうしてですか？
何が？
さっきからずっと言ってるじゃないですか。美咲先輩の引退の話です。
Is this just music getting loud all of a sudden?
ああ、それね。
どうしてやめちゃうんですか？みんなでこれまでずっと頑張ってきたじゃないですか。
だからかな。
え？
これ以上は頑張れない。頑張る気もないってこと。お腹もすくしね。
そんな、またみんなでやってけるって思ったのに。
ごめんね。いつも通りいい加減で。
あ、そうだ先輩。
私？
違います。マサヤ先輩です。マサヤ先輩も美咲先輩が辞めるのを止めようとしてるんじゃありませんか？
What she's saying here is something about trying to stop you, or he's saying anything to stop you from leaving.
そう、マサヤ先輩ならあの変人の時は驚いて混乱してたとしても、そうです。
マサヤが？全然さっぱり。
それは美咲先輩が逃げてるわけじゃなくてですか？
いたって普通に。あの後で改めてもう一回だけ聞かれたっけかな。
それって。
I found this quite interesting because it seems like Mashiro has not really high expectations or thoughts, but she does view Masaya a little bit higher as well now, I've noticed. But this conversation might drop her thoughts of him, because here she views Masaya as someone who cherishes the connections between everyone, or the relations, I guess you could say. And so she thinks, well, he will definitely try and stop her from quitting and not break everything up. But for reasons we don't know yet, Masi hasn't stopped her or done anything to do so.
いや、普通にもうやる気ないって言ったら、向こうもそうかわかったって。
美咲先輩がコテンパンにひどいことを言ったとかじゃなくてです。
さっきから何気にひどいことを言われてる気がするな。
ごめんなさい。
いいけど、でもどうしてマサヤが私を止めると思うの？
約束したからです。
That's a promise I had forgotten. I actually can't remember it right now either. But it was something to do with when they were alone after the tournament, I think.
私が FC をやめようとしたらマサヤが止めるって？い
え、私となんですけど。
Yeah, she's not saying it doesn't concern you. It's more like it's about me. So no, it doesn't concern you. It's a bit harsh, but also not really the right way of translating it, but sure.
絶対に勝たせるって。
In a sense, it's still the same. Like, maybe Mashiro will perform better without Misaki there. But then again, I can see where she's coming from, because her motivation to staying was mainly Misaki. Sure, she's focusing more on Flying Circus now, but her motivation and drive has dwindled tremendously with Misaki leaving, so.
よくわかんないけどさ、なんでそれが私を止めることになるの？
だって美咲先輩が辞めたら私が辞めないわけないじゃないですか。
好きに続けなよ、そんなの。
美咲先輩と一緒がいいんです。
そう言うとは思ったけどね。まあさ、選手としては引退だけど、やることないからちょくちょく顔は出しに行くと思うし。まどかにも手伝いとか頼まれそうだから気にしなくていいと思うんだけどな。
はい。
ま、やめたくない理由があるなら続ければいいんだし、やめたきゃやめればいいじゃん。
I quite like this line, mainly because it's saying if Mashiro quits now with Misaki, her thoughts on Flying Circus are low then. I'm not wording it correctly, but if Mashiro quits along with Misaki, then her drive and wanting to improve in Flying Circus meant little in a sense. Which we know now that Mashiro wants to improve and wants to do better. So she's kind of in a she's kind of stuck right now. She doesn't know what she wants to do, I think.
美咲先輩が引退を撤回されるということは
ないと思うな。
ないと思うな。と思う is think, or I think in a sense. So it's not 100%.
でも可能性はゼロじゃないですよね。
まあ、可能性の話にまでなるとわからないかな。
わかりました。それじゃあ部活に行きましょうか。
She'll be heading alone.
あ、私今日パース。
いきなり行く気ないじゃないですか。お疲れ様です。
That Otsukare-sama is really difficult to translate. hi everyone is a bit... the reason why I'm a bit confused on this part here myself, again, really minor, but something I'd like to talk about. Hi everyone sounds a bit... not cheerful, but it's more... it's really difficult to translate that. Because I was thinking of, instead of hi everyone, to say evening or good evening, or like, I'm trying to think of not really a negative, but like a down-toned greeting. Hi everyone, it seems a bit higher for me. But I can't say good evening or evening in a sense, because it's not really good, I guess you could say. But that would be then like konbanwa. Konbanwa is good evening, I think, if I recall. Maybe just a normal konnichiwa, but I don't know, I don't think so either. I'm thinking of the English versions of the translations, not the Japanese. Japanese is otsukare-sama, so... maybe I'm just reading it too highly. Maybe hi everyone is fine. So, yeah, it's just a little minor thing.
お疲れって真っ白っち一人？美咲先輩、今日はいらっしゃらないそうです。やろう、マネージャー業も手伝うとか言ってたからめんどくさいデータ整理押し付けてやろうと思ったのに。めんどくさいって数字に気を使うって意味ね。みんなが成長してくのを見るのはやりがいあるから。
Sounds like that again.
めんどくさいって数字に気を使うって意味ね。みんなが成長してくのを見るのはやりがいあるから。
So, in the previous word, she was using the word mendokusai, shingoto, which is mendokusai is tedious or irritating to use in a sense. How can I translate mendokusai? Mendoi, I think, is the original origin for the word. Is tedious. So she's corrected herself, saying, "Yeah, oh, it's not tedious work or irritating work. It's just it's." Sorry, again.
めんどくさいって数字に気を使うって意味ね。みんなが成長してくのを見る
In
の
a
は
way
や
of
りがいある
saying
から。
it's mendokusai in other words, meaning hard to use stuff or work, is what she's saying. She's trying to... She didn't want to do her managerial jobs because she thinks of it as mendokusai. So she wanted to push the mendokusai jobs to Misaki so that she can do it. But yeah, she's saying, okay, well, not tedious in terms of the work, but it's tedious for how can I say this?
めんどくさいって数字に気を使うって意味ね。みんなが成
It's
長してくのを
tedious
見
to
るのはやり
use
がいある
work
か
or
ら。
tedious. Well, she's trying to correct herself and make it sound like she didn't want to send the tedious work to Misaki.
はい、見ててくださいね、まどか先輩。
Okay, I was expecting a bit more from that, sorry.
はい、見ててくださいね、まどか先輩。
Because all I heard was this part here. Keep watching me, Madoka. Keep watching over me in a sense. Which is quite interesting. I didn't expect her to be more quite eager to get going.
選手続けるの、マシロッチ。え？ あり私そもそも引退とか言った覚えないですけど。
Which honestly will come as a shock, because it's the way the character she has built up and that we have come to know Mashiro is that she would stick to Misaki like glue. If Misaki were to leave, it would be obvious to think that Mashiro would leave as well.
でもさ、美咲がいなくなったらマシロっちも当然辞めるよね。それはそうですね。はい。そんなのダメです。
Yeah, comes the power of youth in a sense, like the youthful energy of Asuka.
美咲ちゃんに続いてマシロちゃんまでいなくなっちゃうなんて寂しいです。絶対に嫌です。でもここの2人はワンセットだから本体と付属品みたいな入ってきたのも一緒だったし。というか苦しいです、アスカ先輩。マシロちゃんごめんなさい、しっかりして。大丈夫ですか、マシロちゃん。大丈夫ですよ、アスカ先輩。本当にですか？はい、きっといなくならないです。なんとかしてくれますよ。はい、きっといなくならないです。なんとかしてくれますよ。
So what's interesting here is なんとかしてくれますよ. Something will happen, or yeah, roughly about that. Something will happen, or I think the English was, the translator was going to, the way they were doing this line is, I know he'll do something, meaning that they assume that Mashiro assumes that Masaya will do something to fix the problem. But the way I viewed the Japanese is, it's fine because it will all work out in the end, in a sense. That's how I viewed it. Everything will be fine. Everything will work out.
何の話？あ、そういえば今日マサヤ先輩は？ひなたくんならさっき来たけどやることがあるってすぐ出てったかな。
And he probably is doing something about it.
やることって、そうですか、先輩、もう。
Or it makes you think he is, but he isn't, which might let Mashiro down more.
大会終わったばっかなのにもう新しい練習方法を考えたみたい。準備があるからって先に言っちゃった。
Yep, not about Misaki.
練習の準備ですか？どうかした？いえ、別に。あれ？マサヤさん部長になってから一層熱心というか力が入ってますよね。ちょっと危機迫る感じになったかもね。教室でマサヤさんが FC のメモを取ってたみたいなんですけど、書き込みで真っ黒になっちゃっててすごいなって。やっぱり部長になったからでしょうか。っていうか誰もひなたくんのこと部長って呼ばないよね。はあ、最近頑張ってるのはもしや新部長になったのに誰にも部長と呼ばれないから？だとしたら承認欲求なのか不安か。マサヤさんにそんなことが？しばらくは意識して多めに部長って呼んであげた方がいいかな。
So let's see that again. Okay, never mind.
そうですね。ちゃんとマサヤさん、部長を部長って思ってますよってマサヤさん部長に伝えます。
It's gonna be hard to change it.
アスカちゃんの場合逆効果になるかもね。 ごめんごめん、マシロっち話がずれちゃってた。それよりも先にやらないといけないことか。何か作戦みたいなものを考えてるとか。なんかこっちもずれちゃってる？もう訳がわからなくなってきちゃった。
Quite a cute hoodie.
もう一度最初から説明してくれる？だからあの人が最初にあれしたのを破っちゃったのね。もちろん恋じゃないし、あの人が頑張ってたのは見てたし、私に足りなかったものとかも当然あって。
Probably won't be able to read this. Okay, I think it should be fine. So, I think it's the same thing in Japanese as well. Trying to be talk about the whole promise that she broke, that they made with each other. Of course, the way she's wording it isn't going well.
だからあれを破ったことは本当に気にしてなかったんだけど、あの人は責任感が強い人だから気にしてるのかなと思って、気にしてないですよって冗談のトーンで伝えたの。そしたらまたあれすることになって、でもそれは嫌じゃないっていうか、くすぐったい感じで、不思議とこれからもやろう、頑張ろうって思えて。だけどあの人は忘れちゃったみたいに何も言ってこなくなって、私のこととかどうでもいい、気にしてないみたいな感じで。それでなんか裏切られたみたいな気持ちとか勝手に感じちゃってて。
Uragiri is more like betrayed, or feels like you were hurt in that regards to betrayed, that hurt.
ねえお母さんどう思う？私もほんとよくわかんなくなっちゃってて。
Well, I think for your mother, you gotta at least say what the main problem is and not leave it ambiguous.
マシロ、わかったの？それ本当にお母さんにしてもいい話？何？どういう意味？だからそのね、例えるなら階段を登っちゃったみたいな。
Okay, I think this is gonna be harder to.
だからそのね、例えるなら階段を登っちゃったみたいな。
Okay. I don't know why they didn't translate this in English. This was fun if you were to translate this in English. So here she is saying, "Dakara sono ne." Like I was saying, tatoe nara, like if I were to phrase it, or if I were to say, that kanji. I know what they're trying to say, but I just can't remember the wording.
例えるなら階段を登っちゃったみたいな。
I think it's nobocha. Anyway, this is stairs and this is to climb. So, obviously you can think of is climb the stairs to adulthood, is what it's being referred to here. So that is an English phrase, like, I'm pretty sure. So, this translation in English is not exactly wrong, but you can easily translate that in English. Like, Yeah, she's saying about, do you want to really discuss with your mother about climbing the stairs to adulthood?
びっくりした。お父さん？
So her dad probably didn't hear the main thing, but only heard what the mother was saying.
あなた、気持ちはわかりますけど、女同士の話に食器を洗ってるふりして聞き耳立てないで。
Here she words the phrase let me just
気持ちは。
男親なら
why is it
みんな
skipping?
怒り狂いながら泣くんじゃない？
Sorry, I don't know why
あ
it's
な
skipping.
た、気持ちはわかりますけど、女同士の話に
Women
食器を洗ってるふりして聞き耳立てないで。
気持ちわかるんだ。すごいね、夫婦。
男親ならみんな怒り狂いながら泣くんじゃない？あなたの反応を見たら違うみたいだから安心したけど。
ん？で、わかった？
あなたのあの説明で話を理解しろっていうのもものすごく乱暴な言い分だと思うけど。
So I'm a bit confused now because of the English here. So I can assume that the mother understands that obviously that's not what they're talking about. It's a big misunderstanding. Well, anyway, I'll leave that there.
恋じゃないかな。恋じゃないかな。
If one of these boys is really not the way I would have said it. Koi janai kana. Koi janai kana is it not love? So that it's just simple.
恋？ああ、恋ね。うん、絶対恋じゃない。っていうか、今さらそこ重要？
So what's funny, the change to Japanese immediately instantly made me realize that she's thinking about different koi.
恋？ああ、恋ね。うん、
I
絶
should
対
not know
恋
that.
じゃない。っていうか、今さらそこ重要？
I gotta look that koi up because I actually don't know what that koi means. Is it this one? Yes, it's this one. Okay, interesting. I didn't know this. So, what's funny here is the difference with it's the same thing with English. Like an example is where. Not where, weather. Weather can mean either weather this or that, or weather is in the sky weather. Koi is the same thing. There's a lot of different meanings for koi. There's koi like the fish, koi for love. There's this koi. This koi that Mashiro is assuming her mother is saying is intent, intention, or bad faith. More like the intent, in a sense. Let me just hear her way she was saying it.
ああ、恋ね。うん、絶対恋じゃない。っていうか、今さらそこ重要？
何にせよ、自分の気持ちをもう一回よく考えてみたら？
やっぱそれしかないよね。
But that's what's interesting with any language in a sense. The misunderstandings.
それと、真白の言うあの人の気持ち。
あの人の
あの人の何があなたをそんな気持ちにさせているのか。
I hope the helicopter background didn't catch in. Right?
ね。
うん、わかった。ありがとう、お母さん。
ところで、
何？
あの人ってこないだうちに来たひなたくん？
The glass break in the background was spotted the father again.
もうあなたお小遣い減らすからね。
I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a break soon, but I'm gonna leave it here for now. I'm getting a bit too long in this episode. Actually, well, I enjoyed this episode. Apart from constant shifting between Japanese and English, I do enjoy doing that though. It's not like I'm getting irritated and angry at it. I quite enjoy, like I mentioned countless times before, I really enjoy trying to understand the reasonings behind the words and the sentences that the translators used to translate certain phrases and sentences. Of course, there are some questionable or weird decisions they chose, but again, that's quite enjoyable in terms of figuring that out. And I've realized that a lot lately, that rather than just a normal playthrough of a visual novel, it's more, to me, it's almost becoming educational in a sense. In terms of understanding the translations and writing itself, which I actually quite enjoy. As for the story, it's progressed to a point where I didn't expect. Like, we knew Prez was gonna leave because he had these other things going on. But I was actually quite shocked to see Misaki leave as well. And it has now transitioned into a part where... It's at the part where we don't know what Mashiro is going to do. Is she going to continue perfectly fine? Is she going to have issues? Is she going to think twice about continuing? But now this part with the promise between Masaya and Mashiro has helped kind of lock them together in terms of them separating or going away from each other. So now she's conflicted in terms of what she's going to do, or her thoughts are conflicted. She doesn't know what she needs to do, so she's asked her parents for help. And of course her wording from the beginning has been misleading and ambiguous. Her mother seems to have picked up that it's not exactly that. But she does realize that the way that Mashiro is conflicted, it feels like there possibly is some feelings in there. Obviously, it's at the point where Mashiro doesn't know that. She doesn't see Mashiro that way. Masaya that way. It's that type of like or love. She's not conscious of it yet, and it would be nice to see that shift slowly happen. Even when pointed out, Mashiro doesn't realize it or doesn't understand it. And it was quite interesting to find the different words chosen, which was koi. I'm pretty sure the first word that was used for koi was the fish koi. Yeah. No. Not too sure. When I typed in koi in terms of the katakana, which was... Oh wait, I gotta go Japanese first. Let's see. Yeah, this koi is... Well, the dictionary I use puts it as koi people, the koi-san, the indigenous people of South Africa. But I'm pretty sure this koi, I think, is referring to the koi in terms of the fish koi. Yeah, I'm looking at some of the example sentences, and one of them has the katakana of this one, and has it as carp. So yeah. And then we had the second koi, which was the koi for intent, or the reasonings for it in a sense. But Mashiro says no, it wasn't because of his reasoning or things like that. But yeah, nah. I quite enjoyed it. I liked how the father was still a bit unsure of what was happening in the sentences. But yeah, that was quite enjoyable. I quite enjoyed today's episode. I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen next, because we still need to have her change her playstyle properly, have her learn it and practice on it. I can't remember if we did that in the common route, change her playstyle or not yet. I can't remember, it's been a while, because I skipped it in a sense. But now we're going to see the difference between Masaya, Misaki and Mashiro, the triple M's, I guess you could say it. And we're going to see how they move on and learn. But we'll see that next time. Anyway, for now, that'll be it. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please let me know your thoughts. I'll see you all next time.